Hey friends, welcome to One Flight Down. Welcome to the Terry Isle Tasting Lounge. Today we are checking out a Czech dark lager. This one comes from the Barnhammer Brewing Company. It's called Vodnik. Vodnik is the name of this creepy dude on there. I love this really cool can art. Very spooky looking. There's a little story here in the back, and I see some what looks like lettering for like a metal band, so it could be some kind of a collab or something. The beer itself comes to me courtesy of my friend Mitch. He gave me a few beers back in December, like around Christmas time. And yeah, just getting through some of those right now. The beer comes in at 5.2% alcohol. And yeah, like I said, it's from Barnhammer Brewing right here in Winnipeg, Manitoba. All right, so let's get into the story on the back here. We might need some epic storytelling music. Beside ponds and rivers wait the Vodnik, guarding jars full of its dark currency. Wealth measured not in silver or gold, but in porcelain, your spirit to hold. Layered in tramp coats, wandering alone, damp and restless. In reeds and on stones, the Vodnik invites you to coppery depths. A pinch of tobacco buys your mercy at best. And then it goes into some writing, green writing on black. Hopefully I can see this okay. Vodnik is a traditional oh man. Yeah, okay, so it's something I can't pronounce, so I'll flash it up on the screen here. But Vodnik is a traditional Tumvelzek or Czech dark lager. Pouring a deep copper hue, it reveals gentle roast, a whisper of malt sweetness, and a subtle, complex richness. Cold fermented and patiently lagered, it finishes clean and dry with a bitterness that anchors its aesthetic depths. And now to get into the collab business here, it's got two different, what looks like, really easy to read metal band logos. Eye and Ear Control Records. Okay, so the top one here is for Eye and Ear Control Records. Is a vinyl mail order and mail order and headless record store located in Winnipeg, Canada, specializing in the uncanny, the spectral, and the underground, with a focus on black and death metal, grind, punk, and doom. Their occult market series, The Lost Market of Carcosa, has hosted many otherworldly vendors and oddities, and now draws nearer to its ultimate form with the arrival of the Vodnik. And then the bottom part says, Vodnik label art painted by Rotting Rain. And follow their Instagram at rotting_rain. But of course you just look at that. There. Rotting Rain. That's clearly what that says. All right. So let's get into the Vodnik here. I do like a nice dark lager. It feels like it's been a little while since I've had one. Pour this into my generic glass here. And let's take a look at what we have. I'm getting like a nice coffee aroma without bringing the glass too close to my nose. Even stronger now, yeah. Yeah, definite maltiness in there, but like a good coffee note coming through. It's got a nice sort of tan head, a little bubbles on there. It's not like a big head, but it seems to be sticking around quite nicely. The color is not quite black as midnight on a moonless night. And looking on the screen there, it looks quite dark. Obviously, you're not seeing my face. It's silly to even consider that. But looking on the screen here, I can see that it looks quite dark there. But when I'm looking through it, I see a definite, like a reddish tinge on the edges. But I've got some light coming in through the window right now. So yeah, the light's coming this way. Maybe that has something to do with it. All right, I'm gonna get in there and give this a taste. Cheers, my friends. Oh, I should cue up some sipping music. And I know my sipping music is pretty mellow usually, but given all the metal themes and old Vodnik here, maybe I'll go for something with a slightly different vibe today. Very light body to it. The sort of roasty, sort of coffee-like notes that you get come in right at the end. There's a definite bitterness on that back end. It's quite nice. It's a nice bitter finish. I know it wouldn't be for everyone, but I quite like it. And yeah, that's that kind of roastiness really lingers with this quite nice. It's not like a super heavy beer, but I do feel like I'll be sipping on this one a bit slower, just because it like the flavor just lingers in your mouth for like a really long time. That is quite nice. So a big thanks to my friend Mitch for getting this one to me. Mitch, I always appreciate the beer donations. And to the rest of you, thank you for dropping by the Terry Isle Tasting Lounge. See you all again real soon, my friends. Cheers.
Again, I'm tired and I need to go home.